The day starts with a mini lesson that I teach that helps kids to focus on a certain aspect of reading. Okay. Today, we have been talking so much about character traits and feelings and using more exact words to describe them. And it made me think about how to do that, you have to stay so present with your reading. And I want to talk to you a little bit about that today and how what readers do is they create theories about their characters in the moment when they're present like that. And sometimes those theories change. And to show you that, I want to read this book to you. It's called The Wednesday Surprise. How many of you are already thinking about what it might be like because you read the title? Awesome. I like surprises. But the one Grandma and I are planning for Dad's birthday is the best surprise of all. Because I'm staying present right now, I'm already wondering what that surprise might be. Today, I used the picture book, The Wednesday Surprise. As I'm reading The Wednesday Surprise, or any book, I'm always trying to model for them exactly what I want them to do later. Grandma, I call. Anna! We meet and hug. She tells me how much I've grown since last week. Somebody grow that much in 1 week?
No.
I think the grandmother's joking. Do you think she's joking?
Yeah.
I think so too. And I tell her how much she's grown too. You think the grandmother's grown?
No.
No. So already in my mind, I'm growing a theory. I have a theory that the grandmother and the girl are very close, that they have a really close relationship because they're joking around with each other this way. Along the way, as I do a lot of metacognating out, talking about my thinking as I'm doing it, I sit beside her on the couch and she takes the first picture book from the bag. My theory is growing. I'm wondering if the grandmother is teaching her how to read. And if that's going to be the big surprise for the dad, that she'll read for her father. And so this was a perfect book for me to model for them how it feels like this girl is learning to read and talking to them about my theory about the book as I'm reading it to them, and then allow it to change as the story unfolds and we find out, no, it's not the little girl, it's the grandmother. A pebble for my rock collection. I hold it, imagining I can still feel the desert sun hot inside it. How long did it lie there? What kind of rock is it? She seems really smart. She asks all these really important questions. Now, my theory is all over the place now. I thought she was going to be the one reading, but now she's so smart, I can't understand why at 7 she wouldn't be reading. What are you thinking?
I was thinking she's kind of like, with her grandma, she's kind of like a social kind of person. She's really good with talking and stuff, so
Yeah.
I'm thinking something like that.
And you're thinking the surprise has something to do with that?
Maybe.
Huh. What are you thinking?
Even though she's smart, like maybe she has like dyslexia or something. So maybe that's what she's
I know
doing.
lots of people like that. And then I ask them to turn and talk to a partner about what their theory is right at the moment. It's a special surprise for your birthday, Dad, from Grandma and me. Okay, now I've told you all about my theory. Tell your partner what your theory is right now. The talking is what is really the most engaging part. I think that's when the kids get to really connect it to their own lives and to connect the ideas of the reading workshop to their own reading that they're doing in their own books. And it's the teacher's job to go to the talk. Get out of my chair and go listen to what they're doing. Because instead of asking them afterwards, okay, tell me what you talked about, what I'm going to do is report back to them what I heard, so they can hear their ideas in more academic language. So I heard lots of you talk about how it saves time. More kids are talking, more kids are engaged instead of just sitting there listening to somebody else share their theories. I squeeze Grandma's hand and she stands and begins to read.
Maybe the grandma doesn't know how to read.
What?
Yeah, maybe the grandma can't read.
No, but she'll
You think it's the grandmother that couldn't read and she's the one who's been practicing? How many of you think that too? Boy, my theory's really changing right now. Is yours?
Yeah.
Whoa, I was not expecting that. I squeeze Grandma's hand and she stands and begins to read. Mom and Dad and Sam are all astonished. Are you gonna read everything in that bag, Mama? Dad asks her. He's grinning, but his eyes are brimming with tears.
He's so happy. Yeah, he's crying.
Tell your partner what that means.
Yes, tears of joy.
So this process of talking and engaging with the text pulls them into their story in a way that captures them like a web, and they love it. Grandma says, maybe I will read everything in the world now that I've started. So, Anna, what do you think? Was it a good surprise? I run to her and she puts her cheek against mine. The best ever, I say. Reading is fun, something you take pride in, and it feels good. Once they love it, they'll never give it up. For me, that's the whole job. I mean, I think if I can get kids excited about reading, the rest will take care of itself.